I know we don't really have a history of calling women bums, losers, and just terrible people, but you give people a camera, you give people a chance, you give people social media, they'll find a way to tell you who they are. Guys, let's check this one out. This is diabolical.
Women, if you need money from a man, okay, instead of saying, "Can I have some money?" just say you're pregnant, okay? Okay, women are not doing this enough. Say you're pregnant, say the baby wants food, the baby needs money. That is how you're gonna get the most amount of money out of a man, okay? Start saying you're pregnant. You can get fake pregnancy tests online, but start doing men how they do us, okay? I'm pregnant, I need money, I'm not getting rid of the child. We as women, we need to start doing this, okay? They're tired of the sprinkle sprinkle stuff, so let's move on from sprinkle sprinkle and say, I'm pregnant, you need to pay my bills now because I don't work while I'm pregnant.
How ridiculous? What are men doing in that same sort of fashion that made something like that, faking being pregnant, going online and grabbing pregnancy tests? So she's absolutely right. There was a rash of pregnancy tests. I saw it maybe a couple of years ago where women were selling pregnancy tests online and then just use that. Even people take ultrasounds and say, "Hey, this is your baby." It's a despicable part of the game that so sometimes people some people are beyond saving, and you just have to say, "Cool, cool, right, cool. Do whatever you got to do, whatever, whatever." Right. The problem with this, we don't have a society that's set up to catch these things, to prevent these things. Only thing that's keeping people from doing is their own decency, and we're living in a more and more indecent time. So, guys, this is just something if you know, you got to be aware of the type of woman you're dealing with. Where's her level? And sometimes, and I'm not saying this is her, sometimes, the packaging will look great, but you won't have a clue or you ignore all of those red flags because the packaging looks good. And again, not this woman. There's something off-putting about and I'm only being mean about that. I try not to be like that because of the type of content she puts out. I've come across a lot of things that she said, and it's just fatherless behavior. Right? That's the best way I can put it. Right? I know a couple of guys, a couple of guys who've been tricked, who have been told this is your kid or that I'm pregnant, and then just later on to be, oh, I had a miscarriage, right? Where then years later comes out, yeah, she lied about the entire thing. It devastates me. It absolutely is devastating. Now, all of this, or just to get a man to pay your bill so you don't work. I don't know where or when, I really can't pinpoint when working became such an anathema to the new generation or our generation as millennials that don't want to work. No one wants to work. No one's really happy going to work, but you do it because you want to live. You want to retire. You want to have nice things. I don't know when it became a man's job to make sure your life is as comfortable as possible. Uh, this is nasty work. Let me know what you think.